March 1945. A small German town. American tanks approached. The battle should have been over in hours. But when Patton's scouts got close, they saw something horrifying. German soldiers had dragged civilians into the streets. Old men, women holding babies, children no older than 10. They weren't evacuating them. They were using them as human shields. The Nazi commander had positioned civilians in front of every tank, every machine gun position, every defensive point. Some were tied to barriers with ropes. Others had guns pointed at their heads. The message was clear: attack us, and you kill them. Patton's officers recommended pulling back, waiting, negotiating. No American general wanted civilian blood on his hands. But when Patton heard what the Nazi commander was doing, he didn't hesitate. He got in his jeep and drove straight to the town. Because Patton was about to teach this Nazi something about the cost of using innocent people as weapons. This is the story of what happened when Patton arrived. We cover the stories from World War II that don't make it into textbooks. The town was called Hammelburg. Population, 3,000. Strategically worthless. The Americans could have gone around it in 20 minutes. When Patton's lead elements arrived at the edge of town, they immediately radioed headquarters. The report was clear. Germans using human shields, request instructions. Patton's chief of staff brought him the news. He expected Patton to choose the safest option. Patton listened. Then he stood up. "Get my jeep." His staff tried to stop him. "Sir, it's too dangerous. We can handle this through proper channels. There's no need for you to go personally." Patton ignored them. Patton cut him off. "Show me where the Nazi commander is." The captain pointed to the town hall, center of town, surrounded by civilians being held at gunpoint. Patton nodded. Patton's jeep stopped in the town square, 50 feet from the town hall. Civilians were everywhere, terrified, crying. He looked at Patton, smiled. "General Patton, I am honored. I did not expect you to surrender personally." Patton stepped out of his jeep. Patton spoke in German, fluent, cold. "I'm not here to surrender. I'm here to give you one chance to release these civilians." Koehl laughed, actually laughed. "Why would I do that? They are the only reason you haven't already attacked." Patton took 3 steps forward, closer. "You think hiding behind children makes you safe?" Koehl's smile faded slightly, but he held his ground. "I think it makes you hesitate. That is enough." The square was silent. Civilians watching, German soldiers watching, American MPs watching. Patton could negotiate, offer terms, trade time for lives. Instead, he spoke loud enough for everyone to hear. "I want you to understand something. You are not the first coward I've met who thought using innocent people as shields made him smart." Koehl's face hardened. Patton continued. "You think I won't attack because civilians will die. You're wrong. Here's what's actually going to happen." He pointed at the civilians. "I'm going to give these people exactly 10 minutes to get out of this town. Every man, woman, and child. They're going to walk down that road behind me. My soldiers will protect them." Koehl started to interrupt. Patton spoke over him. "You're going to let them go, because if you don't, I'm not bypassing this town. I'm not negotiating. I'm going to destroy it. Every building, every defensive position, every single place you're hiding." "You'll kill civilians," Koehl said. "No," Patton replied. "You will, because you're the one using them as weapons. I'm giving them a chance to leave. If you shoot them in the back as they run, that's on you, not me." Patton stepped closer. Now he was 15 feet from Koehl. You made a calculation. You thought I valued their lives more than I valued destroying you. You were half right. I do value their lives. That's why I'm giving them 10 minutes to evacuate. But here's what you got wrong. I value destroying Nazis like you even more. Koehl's hand moved toward his pistol. Patton didn't flinch. Go ahead. Draw it. See what happens. Your men are surrounded by an entire American division. You shoot me, you die 10 seconds later, and then my boys turn this town into rubble anyway. The only difference is, you won't be alive to see it. Koehl's hand stopped. Patton turned to address the civilians directly, speaking German. Anyone who wants to live, start walking toward the American lines. Now. You have 10 minutes. The civilians looked at Koehl, at the German soldiers. Patton raised his voice. These soldiers can't stop all of you. If you run, some of you will die. If you stay, all of you will die when we attack. Choose. German soldiers were in chaos. Koehl stood on the town hall steps, alone. Patton looked at him. You have 2 minutes to decide. Surrender or die with your town. Koehl stared back. Pride, hatred, desperation. Then he shouted in German, "We are SS. We do not surrender." Patton nodded. I was hoping you'd say that. As soon as he crossed the American lines, he gave the order, level it. The artillery opened up. 60 guns, sustained barrage. Hammelburg disappeared under high explosive shells. The German soldiers who refused to surrender died fighting. Koehl died in the basement of the town hall when a shell brought the building down on top of him. The battle lasted 40 minutes. When it was over, Hammelburg was rubble, but the civilians were safe. Every single one. Patton's after-action report was brief. Enemy used illegal human shield tactics. Civilians evacuated. Town destroyed. Minimal American casualties. His superiors questioned the decision. You could have waited, negotiated, avoided bloodshed. Patton's response was simple. If we negotiate with Nazis who use human shields, every Nazi will start using human shields. I sent a message. Use civilians as weapons, and you die. Not them, you. The story spread through the German military. After Hammelburg, the use of human shields dropped drastically. Because Patton proved something. Using civilians didn't stop the Americans. It just made them angrier. Years later, one of the evacuated civilians was interviewed. She was asked if she blamed Patton for the destruction of her town. Her answer, he gave us a choice, run or die. The Nazi commander gave us no choice at all. I blame the man who tied us to his war, not the man who set us free. Patton never spoke publicly about Hammelburg, but privately, he called it one of the hardest decisions of the war. Not because he regretted it, because he hated that it was necessary. The use of human shields is a war crime. It puts defending soldiers in an impossible position. Attack and kill innocents, or don't attack and let the enemy win. Patton refused the dilemma. He created a third option. Give the civilians a way out, then destroy the enemy anyway. If you were in Patton's position, what would you have done?